Hello amazing leaders, and welcome to day 82 of the amazing 90-day challenge. Well, this 90-day challenge has certainly pushed me. I hope your amazing 90-day challenge has pushed you as well, pushed you to do something different, something new, something bigger, something better, pushing the boundaries of whatever it is that you set yourself to do. But today's topic is about pushing your team, or maybe encouraging your team. I read a quote this morning that I really wanted to share with you and then talk about it as well, because I thought it was a fantastic quote. It's by Hans Finzel, and he said, "A leader takes people where they would never go on their own." And I love that idea, that as leaders we get to encourage people, to push people into a direction that we know that they can go because we can see the potential inside themselves, but often they don't know it themselves. So it's our job, maybe even our duty, to be able to do that so that we can help and encourage them to do that. Before we look into that, I want to ask you some questions. Who has pushed you in the past? Who's been that person, that leader, that amazing leader that encouraged you to be where you are now, to do some of the things that you've done over your lifetime? And maybe who do you have to thank is another way of looking at it, because maybe at the time you didn't think it was something that you would be grateful for or that you wanted to thank them, but maybe now looking back with hindsight you can see that actually you're really grateful for that encouragement, that being pushed, maybe being pushed by beyond your limits, but now you can look back and think, wow, that made such a difference in my life. Maybe another question is, who is still pushing you? Who's pushing you now, today? Do you have people around you that are doing that? Do you have coaches? Do you have mentors? People that are even paid to do that for you, to be able to help you go even further than you think you could, than other people maybe before thought you could? And you're working with them to develop your own skills, your own abilities, your own mindset around pushing you even further than you thought you could ever go. So with that same thinking process about who's pushing you, as an amazing leader, you need to ask yourself, who are you pushing, or who are you encouraging, or who are you developing today, this week? Who are those people? And how many different people are you doing this with? You don't just have to do it with one person. If you're an amazing leader and you have an amazing team around you, and maybe it's even actually different people in your life. So maybe there's an element of people from work that you're working with. Maybe there's people in your hobbies and interests that you're working with. Maybe there's people within your family, in your friend circle that you're working with as well. Whoever it is, as amazing leaders, we should have that ability to be able to push, encourage, develop as many people as possible. And just know this, that when you're developing lots of different people, they will be at different stages of their own journey at different times. So you need to be mindful of that, which I'm sure you are, but it's a real challenge. It's really interesting, and I love that challenge about knowing where different people are on that journey, where you need to push them a bit, where you need to back off a bit, where you need to encourage them some more, where you need to ask them to look back and see how far that they've come already, and just remind them that it wasn't that long ago you didn't have any of these things that you were doing now. You may have not set any goals, you may not have been in charge of any people, you may not have been earning this much money, you may not have been doing these amazing things. Sometimes it's good just to look back briefly so that we can go forward with great strides and steps, because we've built on a firm foundation. And then you'll have other people that you just let them go, and you're just encouraging them and just pushing them on, because they're doing amazing things on their own and they're really going for it. And it's wonderful to have a different range of people that you're helping grow and develop. And if you can be a part of that, then I think that's a real privilege to be able to do that. And the wonderful thing about encouraging people and pushing people is that you also have to continue to grow and develop yourself too. You can't get to a stage where you've just run out of ideas, you don't know how to encourage them anymore or develop them anymore, because you haven't been learning and you've given them everything that you've got. So I encourage you to read every day, to learn every day, to be able to push yourself every day. You might need to get better mentors or different mentors or coaches. You might need to be part of a different group where you're continuing to learn from other people Don't ever get comfortable in a group because you're the best one in that group. As I've said before, you need to be the dumbest person in that group so you can learn from others. So whatever it is that you need to do to be able to push yourself and have other people push you, maybe it's a time to reset that. Maybe you want to set an amazing 90-day challenge around doing that, to see how many different people that you can get around that would encourage you, how many people you can encourage as well, something like that. We've got 8 days left of this amazing 90-day challenge. What's going to be your next amazing 90-day challenge to take you through the next 90 days? You've done this one, up to day 82, so keep going, keep pushing yourself. Maybe you're setting a new challenge. I've got some new things coming up with some family members starting in a few weeks' time, which I'm really excited about as well. And whatever it is that you do, whoever you encourage, whoever that you lead, develop and grow, just make sure you're doing the same for yourself as well. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you'll have an amazing day, and remember, why be average when you can be amazing?